What's good, George Agamakai? Welcome back to my channel. Make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and every subscriber helps. Over here on this channel, we make daily NBA content. So if you enjoy the NBA as much as I do, make sure you subscribe. And Chris Paul was just traded to the Phoenix Suns, and it was a great move for the Phoenix Suns, I believe. It was a solid move for the OKC Thunder. And Chris Paul just got traded to the Suns for Kelly Oubre, Ricky Rubio, Jalen Lecque, Ty Jerome, and a 2022 first round pick. And when you look at this trade for the Suns, they get pretty much a way better Ricky Rubio, because you think they brought in Ricky Rubio to take some of the, ball handling duties and some of the facilitating duties away from, Devin Booker. And with Chris Paul, you just think that he just does what Ricky Rubio does with times 10. Much better scorer, much better passer. Team's gonna, respect him a lot more when it comes to his offensive game. And, this really makes Phoenix, not some, crazy title contender, but it definitely shows Devin Booker that, they want to win now. They want to, give him a chance to win, actual basketball games. I can see this team winning about 45 games, maybe 45 games, because I think the West is tough, but Devin Booker is a great player, and somehow James Jones, the GM of the Suns, he got away with not giving away Cam Johnson, Mikal Bridges, DeAndre Ayton, and he got to keep the number 10 pick. So with the number 10 pick, they could select a guy like, Devin Vassell or Saddiq Bey. And I like Saddiq Bey for them because he's 6'8", gives you defensive versatility. He adds a lot of defense to that team. On the wing, he gives you, athleticism, explosiveness, shooting. He was a very good shooter in college. So when you get to keep the 10th pick, you get Chris Paul, you get to keep a lot of your young forwards, you get to keep your young center. That's a great trade. And for the Thunder, this move is just, it's rebuild time. They got to, get Kelly Oubre, you get Ricky Rubio, you get the 2022 first round pick, which brings them up to 17 first round picks, from now until 2025, I think, something like that. And, all these first round picks is really just shows that Sam Presti was ready for a rebuild. He started collecting these picks the second he traded Paul George, and he got that massive haul from LA. But OKC next year, they're not going to be, a bottom of the West team. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Kelly Oubre, Ricky Rubio, Darius Bazley, maybe Danilo Gallinari, although I doubt it. Steven Adams, that's a good team. That's a, 31 team, you want to say? 30, 31? That's a pretty good team right there. But does this move make, the Suns a lot better, and does it make them contenders? Like, are they some sleeper, dark horse championship team? No, not at all. But this is a really positive move when you think about it, for Devin Booker, because you get to let Devin Booker finally focus on what he does best, which is score. Devin Booker, he can pass a little bit, he can facilitate, but you don't want a guy that great at scoring and that guy who's not really an amazing passer, to be passing so much. You want him to, get to his spots and, be able to play off of Chris Paul, and you have to, you gotta have teams respect Chris Paul, and Chris Paul is just, he had an amazing year last year. He's gonna average his 20 points, but you really like what he does with facilitating wise. He can run a pick and roll with DeAndre Ayton. He's gonna get Mikal Bridges open looks. He's gonna get Devin Booker a lot of open looks. And this team is a really exciting team, and I'm excited to see what happens next year. This is the first trade of the day. It started off real slow, but I think we're off to a good start with the whole trade thing. But who do I think wins this trade? Obviously, the Suns win this trade. They get the best player out of the deal. But, this is a win-win trade, honestly, because Sam Presti is just looking for rebuilding pieces. He got Kelly Oubre, out of this deal, and a 2022 first-round pick, and he got Ricky Rubio. So I don't know if they're going to keep Ricky Rubio because he's making some money. He's making a little bit of money there. So, and, he's kind of an older guy, so he doesn't really fit with the rebuild. If they do keep him, that's fine. That's cool. But, they could deal him to a team like the Clippers. Like, if the Clippers come calling, they could deal him for a guy like Landry Shamet, another young guy who they could, continue to rebuild with. But, yeah, this is a pretty good trade for both teams. Like, I can't look at this trade and be like, this is terrible for one team. Nobody got fleeced. Nobody got robbed. Chris Paul is a, 35-year-old man making over $40 million. And I think this move has a lot more to do with, the relationship with Devin Booker, because, for a long time of Devin Booker's career, the Suns are making, ridiculous moves and just stupid moves. But this can show Devin Booker that the Suns are serious about contending. They're serious about him. And there was a report that came out earlier a few weeks ago that was like Devin Booker, he wants to leave the Suns. It's the worst kept secret that Devin Booker wants out of the Suns, but now he has no reason to want to leave the Suns. He didn't have a reason before Chris Paul came, but now he definitely has no reason. And this just shows that James Jones and the Phoenix Suns are very serious about keeping Devin Booker. They want him to, stay in the Phoenix Suns, and he's going to be a great player for them. But Chris Paul to the Phoenix Suns, I think they'll be about maybe 6th seed. They're definitely going to the playoffs for the first time in a long time, really, for the first time of Devin Booker's career. So they're going to be a playoff team, maybe a second-round exit. But this is going to be an exciting, fun team to watch because Devin Booker, I feel like having Chris Paul next to him is going to open his game up a lot. They get to keep the 10th pick. They could take a guy, like I said earlier, Saddiq Bey. I think, he gives them a lot of defense that they need. Not that they're a bad defensive team, but you can, more defense never hurts. And he gives you shooting. He can space the floor. And floor spacing with Chris Paul is a recipe for success. So, yeah, I just think Devin Booker's going to have a great year. Chris Paul's going to have a great year. DeAndre Ayton's going to have a great year. I just think the Suns, as a franchise, is finally doing these win-now moves that show you that, they're for real. Like, they, in the future, they want to contend. But, yeah, that's all my thoughts on this trade. You see at the end of this video. Thank you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one.